The Queen of Pop has 6 kids, and each one has been given more luxuries in life than most of us could ever dream of having. Here's a peek into their lavish lives. Madonna's oldest daughter is Lourdes Leon, a singer and model, and she knows as well as anyone that being the daughter of Madonna means gaining access to events that regular people only dream of attending. Case in point, in 2021, at the age of 24, Leon attended the Met Gala for the very first time. Leon, who goes by Lola, wore Moschino by Jeremy Scott to the event, putting a unique spin on the In America a Lexicon of Fashion theme. It doesn't sound like she had the best time at the event, though. She later told Interview magazine, "Maybe because it was my first time, but it felt crazy. You're just shoved into a room with all these famous people, and you're supposed to talk to them and be their friend, even though you don't know them. That's not my vibe." Lola has also made appearances at other high-profile events. In 2023, the daughter of pop royalty attended the Grammys and watched Madonna present one of the evening's awards. But not all of Lola's appearances have been quite so wholesome. Just days before the 2023 Grammys, Lola was in New York City trying to attend a Marc Jacobs fashion show, but she arrived late and wasn't allowed in. Onlookers apparently tried to help Leon's cause by asking security if they knew who she was, but the pleading didn't help. Whether Lola is bopping about town or walking the red carpet, she's likely in something designer, and she's been known to take more than just style cues from her mother.
I live in her Converse sneakers, and she's always wearing my Converse.
When Interview magazine asked her if she steals her mother's clothes, Lola replied, "I do, but now there's a lock on her closets. When she's not in the house, those things are locked tight because I take everything I feel that I'm entitled to." But she wears plenty of her own pieces too, like in 2024 when she and her dad attended a Willy Chavarria fashion show, and cameras snapped her carrying a Louis Vuitton handbag. And then there's the modeling. In 2018, she made her runway debut walking for Gypsy Sport at its New York Fashion Week show, and since then, she's only added to her resume, like in 2022 when she walked for Marine Serre at Paris Fashion Week. But for Lola, modeling is about more than just wearing clothes she could steal from her mom. It's about proving herself. She told Vogue, "People think I'm this talentless rich kid who's had everything given to her, but I'm not." She added that she paid for college on her own and lives in an apartment in Bushwick rather than in Manhattan or Los Angeles among the Hollywood elite. Growing up in Madonna's home means following certain household rules, but it also means you have access to an especially lavish lifestyle. Rocco Ritchie, Madonna's second child, also has director Guy Ritchie for a father, making his life even more extravagant. Born in Los Angeles, Rocco is often in New York City with his mother and maternal siblings, but he also spends ample time in London. That's where he attended school, and the city he generally calls home as an adult. Rocco went to school at Central St. Martin's, a highly selective arts and design school in London that boasts some very impressive alumni. If you haven't guessed by now, Rocco is an artist, and he had his solo debut at an art show in Miami in 2024. The artist's work has been purchased by famous designers like Stella McCartney and Donatella Versace, as well as Too Faced Cosmetics co-founder Jared Blandino. Rocco actually began his art career under a pseudonym, but even though he's now working under his given name, he's apparently determined to be defined by his art, not his last name. He told Tatler, "Regardless of where I come from or what people associate you with, the art will speak the loudest over how many decades the work will be viewed." All of Madonna's children have been spotted taking trips to luxurious destinations with their mother, but David Banda seems to be trotting the globe more than the rest of his siblings, at least purely for fun reasons. And why wouldn't he? He's been traveling pretty much ever since he was adopted by Madonna. The world spotted him out traveling in 2009 when Banda joined his mother and his sisters on a trip to Italy to celebrate Madonna's 51st birthday. The following years saw him out and about with his family multiple times in locations like Italy and the Swiss Alps, living the high life without a care in the world.
And they always reflect when we come back about how much it makes them think how lucky they are to have what they have, that they take so many things for granted.
He also returns to his native country of Malawi quite often in service of Madonna's charity, Raising Malawi. In June 2024, he posted several videos and images of his time there and wrote, "What an inspiring time I've had during this visit to my home country, Malawi, teaching French, chess, guitar, and helping to construct a new building for the school. Please donate to our initiative for the 360+ talented students at the school." By this point, all of Madonna's adult children have begun careers in the arts and/or entertainment. Banda has actually taken multiple career paths. In 2024, the young star shared that he was offering songwriting and guitar lessons, some of which were available virtually. And if he ever needed to showcase just how qualified he is to offer the classes, Banda has joined his mother on stage multiple times, playing guitar while she sings. 2024 was also the year Banda made his runway debut during New York Fashion Week, modeling for the designer brand Off-White. Then there was the whole he's homeless and starving debacle. Banda had taken to Instagram Live one day and joked that he was scavenging for food, leading his followers to briefly lose their minds. The new model returned to social media to clarify he was joking, with a statement that said, "My mother is very supportive of me. She has always been supportive of me. I am very happy in my life, and I am not living out on the streets starving. Please stop worrying. Everything is good." Mercy James doesn't share her life quite as readily as her siblings, but she's still living just as lavishly, as evidenced by the birthday parties her mother has thrown her. Madonna has gone all out for all of her children's birthdays for one age or another, and Mercy is no exception. When Mercy turned 16, she spent the milestone birthday at an amusement park, enjoying the day with her mom, siblings, and a few others. For Mercy's 17th birthday, Madonna marked the occasion with giant balloons that spelled Mercy, and a dinner party with her siblings and friends. While anybody can honor their birthday at an amusement park or by having dinner with friends, Mercy's 18th birthday was celebrated in a way that quite possibly no one else has ever experienced. That year, Madonna was performing at Madison Square Garden. Mercy was in attendance, and Madonna brought her out on stage and led the crowd in singing Happy Birthday. There are signs of notoriety, like paparazzi waiting for you as you leave a restaurant or getting invited to exclusive events. But then there are signs of fame that go above and beyond, like having an entire medical center built in your name. Madonna has long been involved in charitable efforts across Malawi, where 4 of her kids were born. She founded the nonprofit organization Raising Malawi in 2006 to give back, and in 2017 further solidified her commitment to helping Africans in need by opening the Mercy James Institute for Pediatric Surgery and Intensive Care, the name obviously coming from her daughter.
We fought for this hospital and we won. So I'm here to say, never, ever give up on your dreams.
Mercy has been very involved in her mother's charitable efforts in her home country too. She visits Malawi, and she's especially passionate about helping kids who have extended stays at the medical center stay up to date on their studies. She shared on Instagram, "I want to ensure these students don't fall behind, and that every child at MJC has engaging learning materials to use during their stay." Over half of Madonna's children have moved into their own homes, but her youngest daughters, twins Stella and Estere, still live with their mother, which means they have multiple places across the world to call home. One of Madonna's main residences is an apartment on the Upper East Side of Manhattan worth a reported $32.5 million. If Stella and Estere want a break from city life but don't want to travel too far, they can jaunt over to the Hamptons, where Madonna owns another jaw-dropping property. The pop icon is the owner of a 58-acre estate replete with 10 bedrooms, a heated pool, and a horse farm. And of course, the birthday parties for the 2 youngest are full-on Madonna magic. For Stella and Estere's 10th birthday, the family celebrated at what appeared to be Madonna's Hamptons home. Guests bounced on a trampoline, ran through an expansive makeshift slip-and-slide, sported wigs, played games, and enjoyed ice cream straight from an ice cream truck.
We're just wigging out over here.
Partygoers even got a magic show from none other than David Blaine. Not bad for a 10th birthday. It's not all parties and David Blaine for the twins, though, although there is a lot of that. Over the years, Estere and Stella have returned several times to their home country of Malawi to support Raising Malawi. Speaking about Estere and Stella's efforts in an interview with People, Madonna shared, "The girls have a lot of empathy for vulnerable children in need of life-saving medical care, and they are very grateful to be living in a country where medical care is readily available for people." The twins' participation in the charity has also helped strengthen their bond with Mercy. Estere and Stella supported their older sister and mother in their efforts to found the Mercy James Institute, and Madonna later told People, "We are so much closer because we have a common goal, and that is making Malawi a better country for kids to grow up." For many people, working alongside Madonna is a dream. For her kids, though, it's a given. Throughout the pop star's career, she's invited her 6 kids to participate in her tours multiple times. During 2012's The MDNA Tour, Madonna invited Lola to work in the wardrobe department, while Rocco joined his mom on stage throughout the set and danced. In 2024, Madonna's younger children participated in the Celebration Tour. As the pop music icon told W Magazine at the time, "Because the Celebration Tour is a retrospective of my life, I thought it made perfect sense to include all of my children still living with me in the show, as they all dance and play musical instruments and have been doing so for years." With this goal in mind, Madonna invited each of her kids to take on a unique role in her show. Mercy James played piano pieces, while David Banda sang mother and father with his mom and played guitar. Estere and Stella did some dancing. As incredible as this experience must have been for Madonna's kids, the pop star told W Magazine that they learned a lot about work ethic and dedication behind the scenes. As she put it, "If you want to follow your dreams, you have to work hard for them. And if all of them choose something different later in life, they will never forget this year of blood, sweat, and tears." That may be true, but we're willing to bet that if your dream is to get on stage with Madonna, it's a lot easier to follow that dream if your mom is Madonna.